So let's talk about the God of Destruction of Universe 10, the elephant, the pink elephant, aka I believe he's inspired by the god, the deity Ganesh. He's also been shown in other different anime. I believe he was a card in Yu-Gi-Oh! He was Garnisha Elephantis, so he's kind of inspired by that deity. But the big controversy about this God of Destruction, I've seen a lot of talk, is the fact that he is the god that essentially failed to stop Zamos or Goku Black from starting his reign of terror, because Goku Black originated from his universe, Universe 10, and we obviously see that he's with Gowas and his female or small chibi looking version of Whis Vados, his angel. Now, one of the big things, again, like I was saying, is the fact that he was the god of destruction of the universe, where everything originated from Zamos' attack, and how he eventually, after defeating that particular god of destruction, even though you can argue that he never really technically defeated him, it was more so the fact that he kind of went cheesy and cheap route by defeating the Kais, but nevertheless he originated from there, which I'm imagining there might be some sort of reference in the Universe Survival Tournament where somebody's gonna say, hey, aren't you the asshole that kind of fucked us all over by not doing your job? So you can assume that he was potentially sleeping or whatever, and at the end of the day, to his defense, he had no way of stopping this to begin with, because it was kind of like Zamos was an okay dude, and he did everything so swift that he could have never acted. He took out Gowas' life before anybody could even suspect that he was, you know, a threat for that matter. So to say that he's completely just like, you know, this loser and this failure would be a huge accusation that's kind of incorrect in a way, because again, how would he know that Zamos was gonna kill off his Kai? And one of the worries that even Beerus has is, oh snap, you know, the Kais, they're pretty weak. We can't let these motherfuckers die. So it's to his credit, not completely his fault, that the whole Zamos Goku Black stuff started. But nevertheless, again, that's going to be something of an L, so to speak, that he's going to have to hold, the fact that Goku Black and Zamos originated from his universe. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's kind of even a laughing stock of the tournament, assuming more people outside of just, you know, Beerus and the people that we know actually found out about what happened in the other universes. Because if we think about it, in that timeline, essentially his entire universe got fucked because he wasn't around. So again, you could say that he was possibly sleeping, which seems to be par for the course for a good majority of the gods of destruction. I'm kind of curious if there's more to it than the fact that, hey, they just sleep. Is it because they're so strong, that the power is so vast, they need the rest? But again, you could assume that he was sleeping when everything went down to begin with. And I mean, based on the Universe 10 Gowas, the Kai, Gowas kind of seemed like he was an okay guy, but he wanted strength. So you could possibly assume that maybe this guy is somewhat of a good fighter, because if Gowas was looking for somebody that is actually strong in combat to replace him, maybe it could be that this guy is a really good fighter, so it would suit him. Or maybe it could be that the elephant really isn't all that strong himself. This god of destruction isn't the most strongest creature out there, so Gowas was trying to compensate by getting a Kai that would be formidable to be able to protect himself in case the god of destruction couldn't do things, or somebody came after him, because the god of destruction isn't that strong either. So you could argue either way, whether he's a good fighter and that's why it would suit him, or he's weak and Gowas wanted Zamos to be the muscle, so to speak, that the elephant couldn't have. And I mean, for what it's worth, in the small little shot that we got in the trailer of his angel, his, you know, Whis Vados counterpart, she seems like a little girl, possibly one of those really intelligent but small little children, something along the lines of that. Maybe it's the Grand Priest's last child that he had, because again, it seems like she's possibly chibi, maybe really young. So yeah, there's that. And honestly, I'm not expecting that much out of this guy, because even in our universe, when everything went down, he never really showed up. He could have been sleeping in our timeline as well, when Beerus went and took care of Zamos in our timeline. But I'm not just expecting greatness from him. I could be proven completely wrong, but based on his track record of, you know, not being technically able to save his universe, and then Beerus having to do his job for him, yeah, I'm not expecting him to be a credible, you know, opponent, or an incredible god for that matter. He might even be a peaceful dude. I mean, his demeanor looks kind of like mad and angry or whatever, but it could just be that that's the way he looks, because again, he's, you know, an elephant humanoid. But I'm kind of curious to hear what you guys' opinion is regarding this god of destruction. Number one, do you look at him as a failure because regardless of the details, he originated from Universe 10 and he wasn't able to put a stop to Goku Black and Zamos? Or do you feel as though, hey, he wasn't able to do anything to begin with because he was possibly sleeping and everything happened so quick, Gowas was, you know, killed without even knowing that Zamos was evil. It was just, you know, too quick for him to act. And do you think he's going to be strong or he's going to be weak? Do you think the reason why Gowas was getting somebody that's strong like Zamos was to counter the fact that this elephant, this Ganesh looking guy is weak, or was it that he's a great fighter, so he was trying to get a Kai that would suit him? The overall expectations for him, again, I'm not expecting much from him. I mean, I know we have quite a few gods of destruction out there, but I'm just not expecting that much out of him. I could be proven wrong. Any overall thoughts of all this? But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.